Hello, everyone. There's a time for everything under the heavens, and today is a time to poet. So, today I will be reading you guys another one of my original poems that I wrote recently just due to everything that's going on in the world, economically, politically, spiritually, even that is happening. And I also wrote this because writing is a big release for me. It really helps me journaling, writing down poems, writing down song ideas. So this was actually supposed to be half poem, half song, but since I'm just a poet and I can't sing, I would like to eventually perform this one day on stage with somebody else singing the song part, which goes like they want to see you crash, that entire chorus that I'm going to repeat a lot. I would like to do that one day. However, if not, that is okay. Maybe with somebody who can sing, or maybe with someone who's actually, playing a guitar behind us, an acoustic vibe. Do you see the vision? Okay, so that's the vision. We just need to write the vision and make it plain. That's it. So, without further ado, today I am going to go ahead and get started with today's poem. So, the title of today's selection is The Long Shark. Now, I do normally write my poems down, which I did. I did write it down by hand, analog style. However, I prefer the way that it's structured on my phone already. So that is what I'm going to be reading to you guys today. And I do want to preface by saying there's a word here that some of you may not understand. So I'm going to explain it because it is repeated multiple times. So the word is said hevel. It is called hevel. And hevel is a Hebrew word that means like vapor or mist. And I really like this word, especially when I found it in the book of Ecclesiastes, because the book of Ecclesiastes really helped me like release myself from the shackles of the rat race of the Western society. And I really wanted it to help you guys because it helped me realize that the things in life that may look to have the most meaning or be so meaningful, some of these things are actually meaningless. Some of these things are hevel, they're vanity. So we need to focus and restructure our priorities moving forward. Loan shark. They want to see you crash, they want to see you cry, they want to see you burn and even see you die. They want to pull you down, way down to their level. But when will they learn? All this is hevel. They want to see you crash, they want to see you cry, they want to see you burn and even see you die. They want to pull you down, way down to their level. But when will they learn? All this is hevel. Day after day they call and they call, trying to turn Big Mama's house into a shopping mall. Each day their offer growing taller than tall, she always answers, trying to stall. But this particular day she had hit a wall. Business was slow, so her wages even lower. Next thing you know, her home was up for foreclosure. Next time he rang her phone, she couldn't help but change her tone. She accepted his money quick. He assured her that nothing would change, that everything was already legally arranged, until business was slow again and her wages even lower. And once again, her home was up for foreclosure. She reached out to ensure the agreement was a go. So you can imagine her surprise when she heard the word no. Ma'am, you are late, as if she didn't know. Sir, you said I could borrow from you though. Ma'am, remember the documents you signed? If you were late once more, the house would become mine. He knew she was desperate and very short on time, so when she came by to read the papers, he poured her more and more wine, cocktails that made it hard to see any print. Super duper fine. He kept talking fast while his eyes, ever so kind, stating that a better offer than this one would surely never find, saying you don't need to read all that, just sign right here on this dotted line. So for the first time in her life, she accepted an offer blind. Now she had nothing to her name, not even 2 dimes. She was today years grown when she lost her childhood home, the only place her family had ever known, just another victim of a predatory loan. They want to see you crash, they want to see you cry, they want to see you burn, don't want to see you fly. They want to pull you down, way down to their level. But when would they learn? All this is heaven. They want to see you crash. They want to see you cry. They want to see you burn and even see you die. They want to pull you down, way down to their level. But when will they learn? All this is heaven. Year after year, he slaved his life away, an all too common consequence of education today. The list of needs besides tuition is ever extensive. From books to renter's insurance, it's all deliberately expensive. When scholarships ran out and savings dried up, J.P. Morgan was there to lift him up. He knew being late on rent wasn't just a test he could make up. So he swiped and he swiped, hoping their money would cover it up. His degree felt slow, and his grades fell even lower. Next thing you know, he started to lose his composure. Full-time student, but never learning how to buy a home, at least before they all became too much to own. 20 different gen ed courses, but none included financial education, so no wonder he kept overdrafting the card's limitation. No jobs in his field upon graduation, leading him into a very sticky situation. His degree felt slow again, and his grades fell way lower. So again, he started to lose his composure. Having to move back in with his parents was his only viable option at the present. Every day nagging him with their questions, he started drowning in antidepressants. But anything was better than a 50-year mortgage payment that will only facilitate mass housing displacements, further fueling wrongful incarceration. Someone, please help, because somehow the government believes that this is okay, that garnishing wages is something we should downplay. Each semester, new students become credit card prey, racking up interest rates that they'll never be able to pay. He was today years grown when he decided kids, vacations, even a wedding, all had to be postponed, questioning if this was the American dream he'd always known. Just another victim of a student loan. They want to see you crash. They want to see you cry. They want to see you burn and hope to see you die. They want to pull you down, way down to their level. But when would they learn? All this is heaven. They want to see you crash. They want to see you cry. They want to see you burn and even see you die. They want to pull you down, way down to their level. But when will they learn? All this is heaven. Just a paycheck away, just a paycheck away, just a paycheck away from homelessness. Just a paycheck away, just a paycheck away, just a paycheck away from homelessness. Thank you. Period, 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 period. Period, period, period. So stop right now before I explain. Not the teacher in me, not the educator in me. Put in the comments what you think it's about before I tell you, okay? Let's do some critical thinking. Okay, but now I'm finna explain. So I wrote this with the mindset of it's a lot of economic duplicity going on. If you haven't seen that poem, it's up on my channel, but it's too much going on with the allocation of funds and where the money going and who got the money and some crisis stuff. So yeah, I mentioned predatory loanship and I also mentioned student loans because I think a lot of student loans are predatory. They are to get people trapped in debt before they've even started their career. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling, but we've decided that this is okay. They're having a system based on credit. They're having a system based on debt. Really, on debt is the way to go. Is the perfect economy. And I'm here to say it's not. I'm here to say it's not. And I really appreciate myself. I really appreciate myself for writing this poem. Poems, they be taking a lot out of me. And they take a lot of time to give language to the feelings and give language to the observations that I have seen in this world. So, yes, God was with me while writing this one. Again, this selection was called Lone Shark. And also, I think what
fueled me to even think in this mindset was I just graduated recently. I graduated in May of 2025, y'all. And maybe like a month before I graduated in May, in April, I had to do this exit survey, this exit counseling survey on FAFSA. And while I was doing the survey, like, they sent me like a balance. They were sending me like, hey, this is how many loans that you have taken out. This is when you need to pay it back. We're gonna give you like a 6 month grace period, I believe it is. Let me know if you had 6 months or if you had fewer than 6 months. We're gonna give you a 6 month grace period, but hey, in like October or November, this is when we're gonna start charging you. And I'm like, dang, I ain't even walked the stage. I ain't even get to walk the stage yet. I'm just dreaming about graduation. Jesus. Already you want me to have this on my mind? So yeah, I thought that was crazy. That was crazy. I praise God though, because he did help me um when it came to trying to go to school debt free. That's still what I'm trying to do. That is still my main goal. Being debt free and not owing people money, especially based on a credit system. And yeah, hopefully I'm praying that I can get this master's program for free.
And I did this one with the microphone just because sometimes when I go to open mics and stuff, they hand you a microphone. And if I have my book in one hand or if I have my phone like I did today, I really want to get into the habit of that and get into the practice of that, especially since this is my left hand and my non dominant hand. So I need more practice. So that's what I'm doing here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you thought about this in the comments. Tell me what you think about predatory loanship or even student loans if you have them. Share your testimony and I'll be sure to pray for you. As always, I leave you guys with grace and peace and mercy, mercy and truth to each and every one of you. And I hope that you guys remain open handed, open hearted, and open minded to both God and others. Have a blessed day.